Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here to talk about My Spy, the newest new release movie, I guess you'd call it. It's really funny because I looked at this movie, I was trying to plan out, okay, which movies am I going to see to review? And I scrolled through the movies back in like February. And My Spy was one of the ones where I said, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. And it's hilarious because that's the only movie out of all these ones that I've seen that I actually went through on, that I saw it. And oh god. It's not the worst movie of the year though, so far. I mean, no, it's not the worst. Uh, it's basically one of those formulaic kids movies, quote unquote. It's a formulaic kids movie about a little kid who discovers that a spy is spying on her and her family, and she basically blackmails the spy into spending time with her and teaching her how to be a spy too. And it was terrible. Spoiler alert, it was just terrible. From the opening 10 minutes, I felt the garbage of the movie coming at me. It was like a parody. It was like one of those movies that you'd see in GTA 5. You know, those movies where you go to the movie theater and it's like a fake, crappy parody movie. I mean, this is like a movie that you'd see a trailer in Tropic Thunder, like those fake trailers. That's how bad this movie is. And to be honest, like, if I were ever to meet Dave Bautista, I would point at this movie and I would say, dude, what happened? Are you trying to be like Arnold? Are you trying to do like Kindergarten Cop? Is that what you're trying to do? Because it was terrible. It was terrible. The villain. There's a villain in this movie. He's hardly in the movie. He's like in the movie for 5 minutes. There's another villain in the movie who's just kind of pops up at the end. But the whole movie, he's not really a villain. I don't know what they were thinking with this movie. I mean, this movie is so bad that you couldn't show it to a kid. I wouldn't show this movie to a kid. It's terrible. They repeat jokes. They have these stupid agenda moments. Like, I think like 2 agenda moments. They have all of this like serious John Wick style action. I mean, serious action. Like, it's genuinely taken seriously. And like professional blockbuster action in the midst of this crappy, cheap, stupid comedy. The problem too is that you see all the money that was put into this movie. Why? Why do you have to spend that much money on this type of a movie? I mean, you've made this movie 10 fucking times already. Why do you need to make it an 11th time with an even bigger budget than all the other 10 times? I'm sorry, but the movie was a failure. It was a failure as a kid's movie. I don't think a kid would genuinely like this movie, to be honest. I challenged it to find a kid that would like this movie because it's so boring, too. It's so boring and tame and formulaic and just ugh. And then also, there's not going to be an adult who likes this movie. That's for damn sure. It's got all these stereotypes. It's got like the 90s gay friend stereotype, you know, all that kind of stuff too. If all the other shit in this movie wasn't bad enough, it's got that. And then a teenager would fucking hate this movie. So I don't know who who did they make this movie for? For parents who need to get their kid to shut up, and so then they put this movie on and they're like, hey, have fun. And then, or oh no, you got the, the real fake parents who, they watch these kids movies and then they do the fake laugh. They go like, oh yeah, that was funny. That's what this movie is. It's made for those type of shitty parents who are so fake that when they're watching a movie with their kids, they're fake laughing and pretending that they like the movie too. And this movie, it has so many like random things that come out of nowhere that never get resolved. Such as, well, you have the stereotypical things that kind of get resolved, but no, there's this little plot line with the main little girl, which actually I will say, the main little girl, she did an okay job, and I thought her mother was hot. She was pretty hot. So I mean, maybe that could be a reason to watch this movie, is to see her mom. I don't know either of their names, so I can't really, it's hard to, but other than that, like this movie, that they had a plot line with school bullies, and like and it's always gotta be the same old shit with that. The bullies are picking on the regular looking girl. I mean, it's just, come on. What day and age are we in? We're in 2020. Do we really think that a normal looking girl like that is going to get made fun of that harshly? Because this is like the first day of school, I guess, or whatever, and they're on the bus, and like there was no initiation of bullying. Like there was no start. It was just, automatically, ha ha ha. F her, because we're gonna be mean girls in fourth grade or whatever. And so yeah, that didn't make any sense. But the thing is, like, if I was in school with Dave Bautista, I would bully him for being in this movie. I would genuinely make fun of him for this movie. I mean, this movie shows him like a clown. He is a clown for being in this movie. I thought he said that he only acts in good movies. He lives in California, so, I think he's smoking a little, little Big Lebowski type behavior. That's what I think Dave Bautista is doing, because this movie made him look bad. He kept doing this stupid, obnoxious dance that's like, oh, that's funny. He dances funny. He dances stupid. Ha ha ha. That was funny, little Timmy. That was really funny. I like this movie too. Oh, wink wink. and so yeah, but I can't really, like, what else is there to say? I mean, it's a crappy movie. Nothing really happens too. Like, you'd expect a movie like this, like a spy movie, you'd expect there to be like an actual plot where there's like an intriguing mystery or something like that. In fact, it actually could have been an okay premise if it could have been like she's blackmailing the spy into researching her bullies, and then she has him like F with the bullies and destroy the bullies' lives. Like, that would have been cool if it was that type of a movie. Oh yeah, and then his assistant, maybe she turns on him, and then she starts helping out the bullies, and so it's sort of like a battle of the two spies. Of course, she's not a spy, but she wants to be, and so it's like, like it could be a symbolic thing or something, like a metaphor for something. It could be really intelligent. No, we can't do anything like that. No, we got to show Dave Bautista learning how to ice skate and then hitting a kid in the face and getting kicked out of the ice skating rink. Yeah, yeah. That was the priority here, honestly. And other than that, is there anything else to talk about? God, this movie sucked. I mean, I get sick of saying that too. Like, every single movie, I gotta be like, oh, that sucked, that sucked. Like, this movie could have been okay. I mean, it could have been okay. It was just bad. And let's get to the agenda stuff, because I just wanted to push that aside until, like, the very end, so that, like, people wouldn't get annoyed with me talking over and over again about agenda. So, yeah. There were two blatantly obvious agenda scenes in this movie. And I mean agenda to the max. Number one, this little girl, well, actually, I would guess 3 agendas. Number one, this little girl, she discovers a hidden camera, and she basically traces it back to the spy in the spy's apartment, and she tracks down the spy within, like, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I mean, that's just embarrassingly stupid. And it's, it's of course, trying to make the little girl look really smart, and she's smarter than everybody else, and he's just a dumb adult spy. Sorry about that, everybody. He's just a dumb spy, and she's the smart little girl. And so I thought that was an agenda scene, because it's like, that would never happen, where a little kid like that tracks down a spy within a matter of 5 minutes. I mean, that was bad. And then, for some reason, he's got this assistant. She's kind of a whiny little bitch, to be quite honest. But she does okay in the movie. She wants to be a spy like him and be cool like him. Well, this little girl, she is in the apartment. She's blackmailing the spy. And she calls his assistant a lesbian. How in the hell did this little girl know what a lesbian is? And how the hell, or at least, like, the term, like, she could have said, like, oh, you must like girls, or something like that. But no, she calls her a lesbian. How does she know that this person whom she just met is a lesbian? How is that possible? Because agenda. Oh, look, we got a lesbian in a kids movie. We so progressive. We so forward. We in the future and you're in the past, because you won't let lesbian characters be in movies like us. That's what they're thinking when they write a scene like this. I mean, it came out of nowhere. And basically, she was just saying that because they weren't having a romantic affair, her and her partner. And so basically the implication is, if you're a woman and you're a partner with a man on in a project, and if you're not sleeping with him, then that means you're a lesbian. And I'm sorry, but that's just fucking stupid and sexist and backward and dumb as fuck. So yeah, that really pissed me off. It didn't bother me too much, because I was like, God, this movie, it's really trying my patience here. It's really making me want to rant, but I'm not going to call it a rant like that shitty Pretty in Pink video I did the other day. That video fucking sucked. Anyways, and then the last agenda scene, which was probably the most blatant, the most kind of, ha ha ha, I see what you're trying to do. At the very end of the movie, the spy, predictably, he gets his old job back. And his partner says, oh, also, I want equal pay, too. And then he supports that, too. And it's like, oh, equal pay, she's not getting paid as much as him. It's like, what? It's just, why did that need to be in this movie? It's a kid's movie. What does that have to do with anything else that's gone on? That's not going to make any grown person laugh. If there's a grown person that's laughing, they're faking it. They're going like, little Timmy, that was funny. You won't get that until you're older and you're in the SJW history class. So yeah. Anything else? There was this really talented Asian actor. He's a really funny guy. I think he was in Role Models. He played the king in that one, and he did a terrible job in this movie because he was given such shitty material, and beyond that, he took it way too seriously, or I guess not seriously, but more like sarcastically, like sort of very dry, very just uninteresting, and so his character sucked too. I would rate this movie in terms of food, since that's what this effing channel is all about, god damn it. I would rate this movie, to be completely honest, I would rate this movie a frozen peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know those little frozen PB&J things that's like, it's inside the tortilla or whatever, and it's packed, or no, wait, no, not a tortilla, it's like that thing from the Italian places. Oh god, I don't know, they're in a shell. It's like a closed little shell with peanut butter and jelly. It's simple, it's predictable, it's lazy, it's cheap, shitty laughs, cheap, shitty, dumb script, dumb fucking movie with just like a couple little things. I didn't laugh at all throughout the whole movie. I was laughing at the movie. I was laughing at the people in the movie. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there was something incredibly disturbing in this movie, and this disturbing thing is so disturbing, it gave me Mixed Company vibes. Yes, if you go back and watch my little video on Mixed Company that I did, I talked about that movie. I talked about what kind of shit was in that movie. Well, let me tell you something. In this movie, it's even worse. Because they're already, like, I'm getting sick of this, like, glorifying the CIA, glorifying these type of people. You know, they killed JFK, they did all this shit. And at the very least, they did some shit that we don't know about. And we need to stop making movies where it's like, it's cool that he's this guy who goes around killing people, and, like, at least in kids' movies, I mean. I could understand, like, movies in the 80s and the 90s, but not in 2020. Not unless it's really good script. And this wasn't. It sucked ass. And there was this very disturbing thing, and basically, this guy, no, it wasn't him. Oh god, oh my god, that makes it even worse. His female assistant put cameras in the bathrooms. The bathrooms, you know, they put cameras in the bathrooms. Wait a second. Did he do it or she do it? Oh my god. Either way, one of them put cameras in the bathroom. So you're telling me that you're gonna put cameras in the bathroom where a 9-year-old child goes to the bathroom, takes showers, gets dressed, does all that shit. You put cameras in there? Oh, and it's laughed off as a joke. Oh, ha, ha, ha. That's where people reveal their most secret things. Timmy! Oh my god, Timmy, that was funny! That was what they did. They put cameras in a kid's bathroom. they put, and for the mommy too. I mean, they have a romance plot with her in the movie. She gets together with him at the end of the fucking movie, and he's spying on her in the damn bathroom. I mean, what kind of shit is that? It's a kids movie, and it's laughed off as a joke. I mean, you can't make this shit up. It's 2020. Why are they making these types of shitty movies? Putting cameras in the bathroom? I mean, and there was no reason to put them in the bathroom too. It doesn't even pay off. The joke doesn't even pay off. It's just a joke. It's just a throwaway joke. And so it's just all for that little joke. And there's no, like, important revelation in the bathroom by anybody. So yeah, I gave this movie a frozen PB&J. I'm sick of talking about this movie. I'm getting more pissed off by the minute. Oh yeah, the action at the end sucked. The villain sucked. All the Russian fake accent shit sucked. From Dave Bautista, who can't even fucking act anything. He didn't even act in this movie. He was just walking around saying the lines as the director held cue cards up for him. You know, he wasn't acting in this movie. The only people in this movie who were trying were the little girl, her mother, the assistant, kind of, when she wasn't forcing her agenda shit, and then, I don't know, someone else. I don't even care. Fuck this movie. If you like this video, though, like this video, obviously, subscribe to our channel, so you can see more videos like this, and then, share the video with all your friends and family. Make sure to tell them it has the F word a bunch of times. I wasn't planning on doing that. This movie just put me in the mood to do that. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye!